folks, and welcome to the X Plus Collector's Crew review of Ultraman Jack. Today I will be reviewing this guy here. He's the 23 centimeter Ultraman Jack figure from the company known only as X Plus. He's the first figure I received out of 4 that I initially purchased. I gotta say I'm really happy with this one, folks. I mean, he's in really good shape. I unfortunately can't zoom in the camera, but you can kind of see the level of intricacy and the level of the folds in his costume and the excellent paint application of the figure. I'm happy with it. Well, first, I guess I'll tell you a little bit about the figure itself. X Plus started probably a while back. I'm not sure exactly what kind of figures they made, but they did a lot of figures or in and around the Japanese animation market. But later on in the 2000s, they started producing Godzilla figures, as well as figures in the Ultraman line, as well as other tokusatsu live television shows. Ultraman Jack himself was, I believe, the 3rd series featuring the Ultraman character, also known as Ultraman or the Return of Ultraman. But I gotta say, I'm really impressed by just the sheer amount of detail of this figure. It's not very posable, but that's, I guess, kind of the norm with these figures. The posability is very low. But as you can see, though, I mean, everything else about it is top notch. I mean, it's the boots. Like, if you turn it around here, I'll turn it around for you guys to kind of see. It's not very good detail, but you can kind of make out the zipper here on the back of his outfit, and he's got small zippers in the backs of his gloves. And on the very, very bottom, he's got some small zippers there on the back of his boots, and it's just very accurate to the movie, sorry, not the movie, but the series. And that's what X Plus prides himself on, is just the sheer amount of excellence with their costume accuracy. The size is nice too. It's, like I said, it's 23 centimeters. And it's pretty close to about, if you're using railroad models, things like that of that nature, it's close to about 1/220th scale or Z gauge scale. So if you want to get like dioramas or get into, doing buildings and scenes and stuff, that's kind of a good size to go with there. I already touched on what he was made out of. He's made out of vinyl. Now, when I initially bought this, I figured, I didn't know, I had no conceptions of how these were, so I was a little disappointed to find out that it wasn't a solid piece of vinyl. Like, I figured it was going to be, it's not, it's kind of hollow. Like, you can feel the hollowness of the figure. I figured that they would be solid, especially considering the cost of it. I mean, these things, they run pretty penny. I mean, you can get them, this is the bare bones model. It's not what's called the Shonen Rick or Rick Boy edition, which comes with extra accessories. But for the amount you pay for the figure, you'd expect to maybe expect that it would be a solid piece. I mean, for its size, it's pretty heavy, but it's not, like I said, it's not as heavy as it could be for something so large and something you pay for, that you just expect it to be, I don't know, more solid, I guess, is the term I want to put towards that. So as to the cost, I managed to get a good deal from a store called Plamoya. I had to do quite a bit of searching around for him, but I'm happy with him overall. Um, the only other drawback I must add to this review is that, again, with the high cost and the nicely done paint, I'm a little underwhelmed by how well the paint stays on. Like there's certain areas, for instance. I mean, this is my first foray into vinyls. Also, I just thought it was a really good foray to start in. But the paint rubs off fairly easily in and around the rotating joints. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but these do have rotating joints on here, like the fists do turn, as well as, if you look down here, the feet do turn around the ankle. I've not really, there we go, I kind of did that. I don't want to do it too much though, because as I mentioned before, the paint, especially around the seams, likes to come off. So other than those minor things that, you know, I wish it was a solid hunk of vinyl, and I also wish, you know, it was the paint stayed on there better. Other than those two things, you cannot get a better figure out there. I mean, if you know, I plan on using these for gaming in a large scale, for tabletop gaming. But if you are just a collector that just likes to sit the box on the shelf and just stare at the figure, you are not going to be disappointed. So, as I mentioned before, you can find them on Plamoya, but there are other places you can buy it. eBay definitely is one of them. So yeah, I'm happy with this figure. It's really awesome, and I'm amazed by it. So if you have any questions, feel free to add it in the comments section. Will be reviewing my other three initial figures one by one. So please make sure to check back, and you know, I'll get back and try, you know, looking those up whenever I get them down for you guys. So that's all for now. Be sure to check back here in a while as I review my next figure. It'll probably be the Shonen Rick edition, limited edition, I guess, of the Alien Knuckle from, also from Ultraman Jack. So, you know, peace out.